So hopefully I'm in focus, because if I'm not, I'm just gonna have to scrap this whole video. So yeah. This is my first mukbang video, eating show video where you eat and you talk. I have food. It's in the morning. Can you see it? Can you see it? Anyway. Probably shouldn't do that because I don't know. I can't. There's no viewfinder, so I can't see myself. I have the mirror, but I can't tell if I'm in focus or not. So I should probably not do that. Anyway, I wanted to make this particular video with me eating, partly because of the subject matter. Yeah. Coffee. Anyway. Oh, by the way, I didn't order this. I made it. So a lot of mukbangs and eating shows I see is a lot of takeout. Like, not a lot of homemade like meals that you've made yourself. So I don't really do takeout that much, so one of the things that I wanted to do, I'm sorry if you hear any background noise, not my fault, is that I don't think I necessarily have an eating disorder. I just have a really, really bad relationship with food. When I was younger, I was okay with food. Food was normal. I liked food. Food was great. But the morning sounds of this house. I'm fat. My jeans are fucking suffocating me. There we go. Unzip. And one of my things with food in particular is I don't like eating in front of people. So this is kind of a facing my fears video. Oh, look at that, it's back. One of those videos. I just get really self-conscious of like being messy when I eat. So it was common practice, particularly in high school, where I would take a bite of chips and immediately wipe my mouth. Take a bite of chips, wipe my mouth. That was my thing. And like even friends commented on me doing that. And I get really self-conscious about something on my face. And like maybe there was like a crumb of chips or like a cookie crumb on my face and I didn't know about it. Like that is petrifying for me. So I never liked eating in front of people. And by the way, the reason why I'm not like constantly eating is because I'm trying to I want to talk, but I need to eat. So hash browns, would you stop? Stop it. Stop being a little bitch. A thing I do for particularly like a hash brown with an egg on it, I like to stab it if I can. If it doesn't, comes out, there we go. Probably, yeah, no, damn it, the yolk is not runny, damn. I fucking knew I left it on the pan too much. So I just, well, if the yolk was runny, like the yolk would have like soaked into the hash browns and it would have been like amazing, but I fucked up, so I had to eat what I eat because I made it, so I have to eat it. One of the things, that's just one of the things that's always been not a pet peeve of mine, just a self-conscious social anxiety type of thing. I mean, it was really evident with like my first date with my cheating ex-boyfriend. Like, I had mentioned, like, while we were talking, that I have never had sushi, like good sushi before. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you to a sushi place. And everyone knows sushi, good sushi, is not like small rolls, they're kind of big. So, and since I have like such a small mouth, dirty jokes insert here. See, me doing that is me being self-conscious. Like, I don't want to look like a slob. God damn it. Forgot what I was saying. There's my dog, if you can hear him. Very upset puppy. See, this is me. This is just a common thing I do. Like, I don't... Yeah, I do. I do it even in front of my family. I use napkins way too much. If you know me, if you've eaten food with me, you know the common thing to have like a pile of used napkins next to me on the table, because I get messy, I guess, and I don't want to look like I'm a slob, so I just overuse the napkins. But anyway, yeah, this is not the serious part I want to talk about, but by the way, this is not like fresh potatoes, just pointing that out. This is just frozen hash brown stuff. Fresh potatoes is definitely better, but they're a lot harder to make. You can't just like shave down a potato and fry it. You have to like push the juice of the potato out of it so the hash browns become crispy enough, because if you don't, they tend to get a little soggy in the middle. So, well, look, cooking lessons. I'm actually a really good cook. I just don't do it that often. It's actually funny because I remember when I was like 12 or 13, I was like perfect with making fried eggs. And fried eggs and poached eggs are the only eggs I eat. Only because I don't like scrambled eggs. I've never liked the taste of them. I've never liked the texture. I mean, I'll eat them, but they're just too bland for me. Like, there's no flavor. And that's mostly why, like, if I get an omelet, it has to have like fucking peppers in it, because if it doesn't have like something strong flavor in it, like, it's just too bland for me. That's one of the reasons why whenever I see like something like some kind of egg recipe from Japan, I get like a tiny bit grossed out and just not that appetizing looking. So I know I'll probably never try a lot of the egg stuff in Japan when I go eventually, so. And that's not me advertising I'm like gonna go in the next year. This is like a 5-year down the line type of thing. Unless I get enough money before then, but I do eventually want to travel to the places I want to go, so there's that. And I just... Oh, by the way, this is wheat toast with butter. That's it. I'm not a white bread type of person. I was raised off grainy wheat bread, so it's the only thing I like to eat. I've actually had white bread in the last 5-ish years. I fucking hated it. It was way too squishy and way too... way too squishy. Like, there was no body to it, and it was just like, people eat this, okay? It was also way too sweet, which is weird to me. I don't, like, if I want to put butter on toast and eat it, I don't want the bread to be sweet. I just don't. That's weird. So there's that. Anyway, I'm stalling. Anyway, one of the serious thing I want to talk about is the eating disorder type of thing. But I've advertised that I am plus size. I'm a size 16 dress. I've actually found out that I need a 36 triple D. 3Ds. Bra size, because the band on the bra I wear, like I'm wearing now and then like every day, I only wear 2 bras. They're way too loose in the band. And so I want to go a band smaller, but the thing is, the cups, they're the same. They're actually not the same, like, never mind. What I mean is, like, the cup on these bras fit perfectly. So if I want to go a band smaller, I need to go up a cup size. So there's that. Weird. Anyway, so I advertised that I am not skinny at all. Like, not even close. But, I've never really felt... I've actually never ever been fat shamed before. Maybe it's because the way I carry myself, maybe it's because I don't, like... I'm not well known, but I've never really been fat shamed in real life either. Like, actually, technically once, but I didn't care. No, the puppy is mad. God, that butter toast is so good, sorry. I haven't had butter toast in a while. At the beginning of this year, some of you might remember, but I had a really, really bad case of strep throat and then a double ear infection all at the same time. So, like, I was really, really fucking bad. And I still remember that, like, I could not like swallow anything because, like, I couldn't even swallow water. It hurt that badly. And, like, I went to the doctor and they said, like, you're really dehydrated and you're in, like, you have this illnesses, but you need to drink water. And I'm just like, it hurts. It fucking hurts to drink. It hurt that badly that, like, the first few days of taking, like, the antibiotics, my mom had to, like, cut up the pills and put them in applesauce for me to actually eat them, because if I was, like, gonna take, like, a whole pill those first few days, I probably couldn't have done it. Actually, I'm not gonna eat the egg. I know, waste of food. I don't like when, yeah, I'm just not gonna eat it. I don't have to explain myself to you because I made it. It's not a waste, I'll give it to my dog. So ever since then, and like even during that time period of like 10-ish days of me being like absolutely fucking like beyond sick, I was going through a lot of emotional depression, and like that sickness did not help at all with like my depression and like just anxiety in general, and it really fucked with me mentally. So because of that, when I'm depressed and when I'm anxious, I tend not to want to eat. And that's been a problem this whole year since then. Is that it's not because like I'm just sad or depressed, but like because I was such an emotional wreck for at least like 2 months at the beginning of this year, and eating was a struggle. I got into the habit of not wanting to eat that much, and like it's a struggle to this day. Like I haven't actually had a meal like this in probably a week. I usually just, lately I've been just kind of, actually not lately, like I usually just kind of snack on things, half-ass meals. One of the sad things is that I know I'm not eating enough, is that I purposely take vitamins and stuff not to replace, but like to put nutrients and vitamins where they need to go, even though I'm not eating. So I do that, which is sad, I know. But I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I'm not sad, I'm not anxious, but like if I open up the fridge or the freezer, mind you, which is fucking full right now. I had this moment yesterday where I opened the fridge and the freezer, particularly the freezer, and it's like fucking full with like frozen like French bread pizzas and frozen meals and taquitos and burritos and hash brown frozen stuff, and then like Chinese rice healthy frozen stuff that you can make, and then like a bunch of other stuff that's in the freezer, and it's full. It's top to bottom, things on the door are full, and I look at all that and I'm just like, I don't really want to eat anything, even though there's like a lot of food here. I'm not in the mood to eat, even though like I know, apparently in the last few days, I don't know what it is, but the last few days I just have not been eating that much. And I know it's fucking with my body, because usually by the end of like the afternoon, like around 3, I start to physically feel like shit. Like weak, headache, sweaty, usually just a really, really bad headache. And I know it's because I'm not eating, and I usually force myself to eat something, and that's about it. So I have a really bad relationship with food, at least this year. Actually the last, like all my life, I've never turned to food for like emotional satisfaction. I've always looked at it for like, this is something I need to survive. I should eat this. Even though it's like something bad or like something in general, I should probably eat this to survive. That's the mindset I've always had. Even though, like, yeah, I do eat food that I generally enjoy. But it's like, I've always thought like at least it's food that I need to sustain myself. So yeah, I've never, at least this year, I've never really, I want to eat. Food is great. Food is good. it doesn't have that like appeal to me anymore as it used to. I'm trying to break that habit. I'm trying to like eat properly and more than normal, and it's definitely a struggle. This like I said, this is probably the first meal I've had, like a proper meal, in the last like week. I got pretty good at eating normally for at least a month during the summer. But then when boy got hit with a car, it kind of just, they got fucked up again. So yeah, so it's always been a struggle where I don't know how long I've been recording, but I'm sorry that you've had to sit here and watch me eat and talk about sad shit. I'm not done eating, just so you know. I just know that like I tend to not drink coffee after it goes cold. It's still warm, so I can drink it. So yeah, I don't have a very good relationship with food. Like, I barely drink water. I barely drink enough water to sustain myself. I do carry this around everywhere with me. So I have water just in case I need it, like I direly need it. But I just don't have a really good relationship with like consuming shit. So I'm trying to fix that a little bit. Even though me talking about sad shit and eating is not necessarily the smartest thing, but I think it's a necessary thing that I wanted to do for this video, is to actually eat stuff while I'm talking about eating. Like I said, I've never been fat shamed by someone else. All my life I've fat shamed myself, actually. I just realized I forgot about my sister. Yeah, she's definitely fat shamed me a lot, especially when I was younger, particularly. I don't think she saw it as fat shaming, but she kind of did. But she's always made mean comments toward me, particularly, so there's that. So I've kind of been fat shamed, but like outside the family, no, I haven't. So I've never really been compelled to lose weight or not eat because of that. I usually, like I said, I usually fat shame myself. Like the other day, like I've been eating a lot of sugary shit. Because it's the only thing that, to me, that sounds good, so I've just been eating a lot of bad sugary shit. And I gained weight because of it. Which is hilarious because I wasn't eating meals, but I was eating a lot of sugar. So that definitely made my weight go up. So, because this is where it gets kind of triggery. So because like I was not eating properly for like this whole year, I did go from 170 to 150 because I was not eating as much as I should have been. And I mean, I wanted to lose weight, but I didn't want to lose it this way. I just wanted to, particularly, I wanted to lose all the weight that was gained because of my cheating boyfriend, because we did a lot of eating in that relationship. And a lot of it, like I said in the video I talked about him with, is that he would not, like, he would do the opposite of fat shaming. Like, he would shame me for being small or shame me for not being able to eat as much as him. And because of that, I ended up eating too much, so I went from 150 to 170 because of him and our relationship. And I hated that. Like, he likes really big girls. And he was like so infatuated with me when I was like 170 pounds that I just kind of, in my head, like I was just thinking, this is okay. It's fine. As long as he finds me attractive, that's okay. But in my head, like I didn't like being 170. I didn't like having all this weight gain because of him doing the opposite of fat shaming me. And I after I broke up with him, after he cheated on me, for about a year, I hated being the weight I was because it was the weight that he gave me, that he forced me to be in. And I just hated that. So that's the silver lining with me losing all this weight, is that I got rid of all the weight that he made me gain. So there's that. But still, I should have lost it in a much healthier way. I just... See, that's the thing that's been happening with me a lot lately, is whenever I drink something, it's just like it dribbles on the outside of the fucking glass or the mug, and it's just like all over my shirt and my mouth. It's really annoying. And yeah. So because of that relationship and because this whole year I haven't been eating that much, I've developed this really bad relationship with food. Like, I don't see it like how I used to. I don't see it as like this amazing thing that like I not only like need to sustain myself, but like also taste good. And a lot of the reason why I don't eat in the first place is because I don't really want to go through the trouble of making it. That's one of the reasons why if one of my parents are willing to go get fast food, I'm like more than willing to go get it or ask for fast food because like I don't have to make it. So that's one of the things that I need to slap myself for. I love being the weight I am now. I love being 150, but like I said, I wish I could have lost it in a much healthier way. I actually don't really want to go any lower than 150. So I remember during the summer or something, I remember standing on the scale when it hit 150. I mentally made a point to myself that I didn't want to go under 150. I remember that was actually a struggle for like about a month, that I would dip under 150 and I would like, I remember one day that I was like 144. So like 6 pounds under 150, and I just like, I got really upset. And I was just like, I can't be doing this to myself. I need to stay at a stable weight. And I've been doing a pretty good job in the last few months of staying at 150. So there's that, which is a plus, honestly. So there's that. And it's just, it's hard for me to eat sometimes. I don't even know if this video is going to be any entertaining for you guys, but hopefully the video is still in focus. Because if it's not, and I've done all this and it's not in focus, I'm going to be so mad. Just saying that right now. I hope that I get a better, healthier relationship with food. I think honestly, what would really help me is trying out new recipes. Because like, I love to bake. And I love to bake sweets and stuff. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm baking is that I like to change the recipe a little bit. It's very rare for me to actually follow like any recipe like exactly. Only because I like to mess with it. I particularly like more cinnamon in like certain baked goods, and I purposely put more than the recipe calls. And that's just the thing, like I'm very good at experimenting with like not only baking but cooking. I'm very good at like messing with measurements. It doesn't necessarily turn out that great all the time, but I still enjoy it. And I think one of the things that I would really help with my food relationship is being able to make fresh, it doesn't really have to be that fresh, but like from scratch meals where I enjoyed making it and I enjoyed making the process, because that was one of the things that I really enjoyed when I made chicken marsala, is that like it took a while, but the end product was really good, and I enjoyed making it. And actually, it's funny because anyone, like I made it for my family and my ex-boyfriend, the one that cheated on me, I made it for him, and then I made it for my family. My mom specifically said like it was the best chicken marsala that she's ever had, because it was like a perfect balance between savory and sweet. And a lot of the restaurant stuff, actually like the next day, I think it was someone's birthday or something, and we went to like a really good Italian restaurant, and we specifically got chicken marsala to compare. And my mom said like this restaurant chicken marsala is way too sweet. I liked yours better. And that was like a-okay with me. So also getting feedback, like when I cook for someone else and I get really good feedback from them, it's also encouragement me to get a more positive relationship with food. And I haven't been doing that. Like I haven't been really making food for anyone else. I I kind of just make food for myself and go on with the day. So there's that. And and by the way, as a side note, for those of you that like actually are like me and don't like white bread, I really recommend really grainy bread. There's I don't know where you can find it, but I know there's like a bread out there that's called a 9-grain bread, and it's super good. It's so good. It just is. So I recommend that for those of you that are like me and don't like white bread. So I don't know what else to talk about. So yeah, I really bad relationship with food. I shouldn't have done that. I don't like cold coffee. Like, I don't even like iced coffee. Like, whenever I see someone drinking like that coffee in the cup with like ice cubes in it and they're drinking it, I'm just like, no, that's nasty. And the only kind of coffee I will drink is hot coffee, lattes and all that stuff. And then fraps. Fraps I think I only like is because they're blended. They're not just like cold coffee with ice cubes in a cup. So yeah. What time is it? Oh my god, it's before 10. I've been getting up a lot earlier the past few weeks for some reason. Actually, ever since boy got hit, I like normally get up at like 8. But the past week I've been kind of getting up like at like 6 for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I think it's because we've been having boy sleep in the house, not in the kennel, so he's just like in the living room asleep during the night, and for some reason that really bothers me. Well, actually, technically that part doesn't bother me, but I've been getting really paranoid that he's gonna somehow get out in the front yard and run in the street again, and that just, I can't handle that. So I get really paranoid about it, and I end up just like going downstairs early to watch him, and so yeah, I'm stalling to end this video because I don't know really how to end it. I'm gonna try not to edit it like brutally like how I usually do, but if like there's moments where I'm just like sitting there not even eating and I'm just staring or something, I'll cut that out. You don't need to watch me just stare and blink out. It's not fun. God, hiccups. Fuck. I can't hold my breath that long. Blah, blah. Words are hard to say. Yeah, this video is probably gonna be very awkward because I haven't actually talked to a camera in months. So there's that. I can talk to a camera like this because I have actually, I've held up the camera and be like, hi, what up guys? But I've never actually put it on my tripod and sat. So yeah. I mean, I'm done eating, so. Ate a meal, guys. I ate something. Be proud of me. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm stretching. Please don't screenshot this. Anyway. So, yeah. I wanna go.